Another day, welcome back to the channel everybody. Today we're watching a Big Bang Theory. This is the 17th episode of the 10th season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, this is available for a link in the description below. Just click in it, put the password in and enjoy. The last episode, it's kind of all about Raj. You know, basically he realised that he is basically reliant heavily on his dad and his money, and he's not really self-sufficient enough. You know, he realised that, you know, his apartment, his car, his dog, his walker, his, you know what I mean, even cleaning is basically looked after by his father. And, you know, it's kind of like a recurring common theme as well. Do you know, after he spoke to his previous girlfriends, that he does have some sort of family father issues, and, you know, he's trying to address that. So he's trying to take back some control of his life. He's bringing sandwiches and his own packed lunches into work now. You know, he wasn't eating in the canteen, and, you know, he was potentially looking at moving away from his apartment as well. He was basically asking Penny and Leonard how did they survive on little money, and he was explaining, you know, well, Penny was saying, I used to skimp off these guys. Come in, steal the food, steal the Wi-Fi, and you got to make these adjustments. And, you know, and Leonard said, why don't you go and live with Howard and Bernadette, which is quite funny. And they palmed him back over and said, no, why don't you live with you? You got a spare room from Sheldon. You know, maybe you can go in there, you can have a new roommate. Penny offered him the position, but he rejected it. He said he's okay, he'll try and obviously see if he can sustain himself where he is now. So it's going to be interesting to see, obviously, Raj in this situation. And then, obviously, we had Amy and Sheldon. He was kind of bickering all episode because Sheldon released some information about the sex life, that they only have it kind of like once a year. And, you know, she was kind of upset that he'd disclosed this to many people when it was something so intimate between themselves, and she didn't really like other people externally knowing their kind of affairs, their situations, and obviously their personal sex life. He went the way Sheldon does around it, to try and apologise, and to be honest, I actually feel like he did do his best in his own way to show that he was actually sorry. He created a chart, you know, I'll speak to these people about certain things, these are the no-goes, these are the goals, you know what I mean. And even at the end of the episode, he kind of put Bert in an awkward situation, but he didn't mean to, and then he tried to resolve it as well. So I don't know, it's pretty good episode overall. Actually, I did enjoy it. But thanks for checking out today's episode. If you do enjoy it, please smash like, it really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into today's episode.
How bad is it?
Let me put it this way. Do you own a barrel and suspenders?
Are you serious?
I'm not wearing this visor to play women's golf.
Let me guess. You guys are drafting your fantasy accounting firms.
Well, his rent and car lease are exceedingly high. You couple that with his penchant for dining out and shopping.
Wait, not shopping for clothes, right? Because look.
He also has a remarkable amount of credit card debt.
Pink cheeks. It's intimate waxing. Quit looking at that. Maybe you should find someone to help you get your finances under control.
What if there's someone who just likes controlling other people and stealing joy from their lives?
He sounds like a sociopath.
Sat right in front of
his
you.
mother never had him tested.
You're talking about me. Very funny.
I'm putting you in charge of my finances. I will not spend another penny that you don't authorize.
Very well. Hey, Comic-Con tickets go on sale this Friday. You can't buy one.
Well, better luck next time, Pink Cheeks.
The thing is, though, right, it is correct, isn't it? You know, people say live by like a 60-20-20 rule, which is a kind of like, you know, 60% on needs, 20% on wants, and then 20% of like savings / investing. You know what I mean? So if you was on, let's just say, you got a salary of 10k a month, because it's just easy round figures. You put $6,000 away for your household bills, you know what I mean? Your shopping, your gas, electric, your car, you know what I mean? What you need to live to get to work and back and all that good stuff. Then you put $2,000 away, which would be for your wants, you know, let's go on dates, let's travel a little bit, do you know what I mean? There's a couple of activities that we could do, just make your life fun. And then obviously you put the other $2,000 into your pension, your stocks, you know, you save it for a rainy day. Maybe you want to try and buy, I don't know, a vacation home or something like that. And that's how you do it. The 60-20-20 rule, you know, needs, wants, and then obviously invest in yourself. And it's a good principle to follow, to be honest. I've never personally done the 60-20-20, but I've always, ever since I got paid, done the savings one, because my mum was like, look, instead of paying me rent, you know, you could save that money for your first home investment. However, if I find out that you're not saving and you're wasting it on drinking and going out and spending it on clothes, then you could pay me rent instead. So I was in a position, luckily from my parents, that Once I got a job, they never took rent off me. What they done is they kept it for savings so that I could reinvest in myself, and that's always stuck with me. That so like I've always been in that position straight away. Instead of wasting it, save it, and then hopefully anyway it benefits you down the line. Because I feel like it put me in a good place for my investments and that going forward for the future.
You're actually going to Comic-Con?
Well, Leonard wants me to do more stuff like that with him, so I thought maybe this year I'd tag along. Do you want to come?
No, thanks. I already live in a place all the nerds come to.
Please, I went to your boring thing last month.
My aunt's funeral?
Come on, even you checked your email during the eulogy. It's not that I want to go, I just think it'll make Leonard happy. And if I have to watch him squeeze into an Ewok costume, so be it.
I really have become the cool one around here.
She's gonna hate waiting in line for the panels.
She's gonna hate all the crowds at the panels.
She's gonna hate the panels.
What if you make it sound so bad, she won't want to go?
That I would do to her. How many pennies gonna get to go and I'm not?
You can always watch the panels online. Oh boy, we do say that a lot.
Oh, Sheldon, it's Comic-Con. Just let me have the money for this and I won't ask for anything else.
You put me in charge of your finances. If you want someone weak and spineless you can walk all over, you should have asked Leonard. If you want a ticket to Comic-Con, I suggest you figure out a way to earn the money yourself.
So you think Bernadette's just gonna let you jet down to San Diego for 5 days and leave her alone?
So
That is
I have
true.
to bring Penny. You can't afford it. Howard's gonna get in trouble, and this guy gets to have a great time.
I'm gonna go as Dumbledore.
What's she doing?
Making lasagna.
Oh, she's sexy, she can cook. Such a lucky guy.
You want something stupid or you did something stupid? Oh dear God, you're cheating on me with Raj.
Never gets old.
Is it?
Well, Comic-Con tickets go on sale this Friday, and I was hoping I could go with the guys. But before you say anything, I'll make up for being gone by doing everything.
So hard to say no to you.
Thank you.
You said tickets don't go on sale till Friday, right?
Yeah?
You said you're gonna do all this stuff for me, right? See where I'm going with this? If you don't know how to make lasagna, Google does.
This is the main Comic-Con floor. It's where all the vendors and exhibits are.
Wow, there's a lot of people jammed in there.
Sometimes Howard wears a striped shirt so we can play Where's Wallowitz. Okay, now this is us camping out in line for the Avengers panel. It can get chilly, but Raj figured out that if you pee in a bottle and put it in your sleeping bag, it helps keep you warm. See this space here between Sheldon's feet and my head? That's where you go. Don't worry, we won't be doing much sleeping anyway. It's like an all-night party. There's trivia contests and Dungeons and Dragons. As we like to say, it's off the chain mail. I even said off the chain mail, and she still wants to go.
Okay, I can give you $20 for the whole box.
But you charge me hundreds for this stuff.
I know. I did it with a straight face.
Get a little side job there.
I'll give you $25. That's my best offer. Throw some work your way.
Really? I'll do anything.
Great, you're hired. First thing you do is put price tags on these. Start the little ones at 50.
I knew that he was going to do that. But I mean, that's obvious though, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like if you go into a place that sells things, they've got to buy it at a low cost. You know what I mean? So if you're selling a car and it's worth 10,000, yeah, you're going to sell it quick at a dealer as a part X or something. They're going to take it for 7 or 8. Because they could put the markup on and make their profit. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense to them. If they're going to give you market value, then what are they getting out of it? Nothing when they come to sell it. So that makes sense. I just said it there. They're at that comic book store, bare time. You know, literally all the time. You could spend 1 hour a day there just helping clean up or whatever. So I don't even know what the minimum wage is in the US. Maybe $15 or whatnot. But like when you add it up, it takes a lot of time. If he's there 5 days a week, you know, on $15, what's that? 75 quid? Or dollars, whatever, times that by obviously 4, he's knocking around 300 extra. That probably pays for his ticket for that month. Do you know what I mean?
I can put up with anything for 3 days. And just tell him you don't want to go. I can't. It'll break his heart. You know, maybe it won't be that bad. Leonard says it's really mainstream now. Comic books aren't just for sad nerds anymore. I mean, it is still a key part of their demographic.
Hey,
What's with the gloves?
they complete my ensemble. What do you want?
I'm looking to make extra money. Was wondering if you had any chores I could do.
Can I outsource my chores to an Indian guy?
No.
I tried.
We could paint ourselves green and be Hulk and She-Hulk, or we could paint ourselves blue and go as Nightcrawler and Mystique.
Is there any scenario where we're not in full body paint?
Yeah, if you want us to look like losers.
You guys are okay with me coming?
Why? Do you not want to go?
I do not Want me to go?
No, I want you to go. Going as Hulk and She-Hulk. I don't want to take my shirt off at Comic-Con.
I'm always honest with Amy. The other day, she said she was self-conscious about the beauty mark on her shoulder. And I said, you know, you can call that a beauty mark all you want. When there's hair growing out of it, that's a mole.
That is true, though.
There's gotta be other ways you can make a quick buck.
Oh, double stuffed Oreos. I remember when I could afford you.
You could find a girl with a job, all his problems would be over.
Yep, that's working out great for me.
Sheldon, women can wear makeup. It's not lying.
I was talking about Leonard.
Wait, what's Leonard lying about?
He doesn't really want Penny to go to Comic-Con. He's just doing it to make her happy.
She doesn't actually want to go. She's just doing it to make him happy.
Both trying to make each other happy, and the end result is they make each other sad?
Yes.
That's hilarious.
You're gonna stay out of it.
Why?
Because it's between them.
If you haven't noticed, I've been between them for the last 10 years.
So you know, that guy in the parking lot hit me.
He wasn't in a car, but okay. Want to drive, just drive. I don't see why this has to be so complicated.
It's not complicated. Amy's driving, that's it.
That's not it, because you're clearly upset.
You're the one who seems upset.
Why would I be upset?
Because you don't want her to go to Comic-Con.
Wait, you don't want me to go?
I just don't think you're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, well, get this. Neither does Penny. That's why she doesn't want to go. Set him up, I knock him down. Good job.
So, if you don't want to go and I don't need to bring you, is everything good?
But I'm trying to decide if I'm mad at you. No, I'm happy. I don't have to go.
Did you guys get a maid?
Kinda.
Like Meatloaf, I'm sure you'll like its cousin, Bowl of Meat.
Hey, if you're still looking to make money, I will pay you to burn that jacket.
But it doesn't look like I'm going to Comic-Con this year.
This is for you.
Back pay for all the babysitting and taking care of Hallie you've done.
Does Stuart get it?
Also
Yeah.
take care of Hallie.
Isn't it?
And you live here for free.
I do.
That is
Thank
true.
you.
That is true. That is true.
As much as I appreciate this, I can't accept it. Okay, Hallie's my goddaughter. I don't take care of her for money.
You wonder, but hold on. Is it back pay or is it a gift?
What's the difference?
When the IRS questions us in separate rooms, we need to have our stories straight.
So you're not going to Comic-Con?
I've been plenty of times. If I miss one, it's fine.
I've gone 12 times. Maybe I'll sit out this year too.
You know what? I'm not gonna go either. I'm a father now. I'd rather spend time with my family.
Seems like everyone's staying home. What do you say?
You come in.
Nuts to that, I'm going to Comic-Con.
I'll go with you.
It's very kind of you, Stuart. Check back in with me in July. There's my pretty girlfriend.
I'm not going with you to Comic-Con.
What? Can't a man just be happy to see his woman and pat her on her second most erogenous ball and socket joint?
He can, but it's still not changing my mind.
Well, maybe what's in my pants will change your mind. It's a list of this year's panelists. It's long, isn't it?
Right, you can easily do innuendos with that. That's why I used to love. Well, I think. Do you know what? Right, this debate, and it's literally just nothing to do with this. Well, it kind of is. This is a comedy, and obviously people could put this as like the best comedy ever made, X, Y, and Z. But like to me, I honestly probably think The Office US is potentially the best comedy ever made, in my opinion. Like I don't. Friends is there as well, like the different age of Friends. You know, if you watched it when it was kind of out, it was top tier. And me watching it now, I still think it is. But like when I speak to people that are younger, so like people are born in 2000 onwards, like personally, you know, too many snowflakes nowadays, and like people who are born from that age anyway get offended by anything. You know, you could say the sky now. I could look outside, that the sky's blue, and they say actually it's not blue. You know, it's a different color. It's got a reflection. Oh, do you know what I mean? Like moan about anything, literally. And I feel like if you watch Friends nowadays, from people that didn't watch it when it was out, when there's nostalgia, the memories of us, the core, you know, when it was first released, like they have different views on it. But I actually feel like The Office was so good. It had so many innuendos. Michael Scott always, that's what she said. You know what I mean? It would have been prime peak in that scenario there. And, you know, something that they used to say in this as well is Bazinga. And, like, we've not heard that at least for 4 or 5 seasons now. I don't know why we stopped doing it. I thought it was fun. Do you remember he was in the ball pit and Leonard was chasing him? Bazinga, Bazinga, Bazinga. And Sheldon used to look like he was buzzing his head off me every time he said it as well. But, yeah, you know, I obviously just segued into something that like I didn't really think about saying about 10 minutes ago, and you just talk about light bulbs that come into your head. And my comment now of the day, the question is, what is your favourite TV comedy of all time? Or do the top 3. You know, that would be good. The top 3. Now, I actually, again, think it's tough, and I don't even know if I would put this in the top 3. And do you know what? I don't know if it's the way they filmed or whatnot, but like, I'll put The Office, Friends. I potentially put Parks and Recreation, and that is basically an Office spin-off. It's the same people that made The Office. It's just another kind of version of it, different environment. Leslie Knope, you know, where Chris Pratt come from. You know, we had Aubrey Plaza, Ron Swanson in there as well. You know, Nick Cannon. Is he called Nick Cannon? Mate, it's top, honestly. It's so good. But I also loved Modern Family as well when it was out. And it's the same running theme here. It's a comedy where they acknowledge the camera's there. And if you know what I mean, is Modern Family stare into the camera, they talk to the camera. The Office stare into the camera, talk to the camera, and so does Parks and Rec. And I don't know if that's my type of comedy, but I do love it, and they're my favourite, honestly. I can watch them all the time. Fantastic bits of entertainment. Okay, so that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out our channel today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So obviously we just segued into a little thing that we didn't even expect, but that was obviously my opinions on it, and I can't wait, honestly, I can't wait to see your top 3 comedies of all time. However, talking about the episode, I love the continuation. You know me, big continuous storylines. I love it when we drop something in and then it just doesn't disappear. It carries on. And last episode wasn't just a flash in the pan. It was a, you know, it was a starting point, looks like, about Raj being self-independent. And obviously we continued in today's episode. And, you know, it is real. It is true. Sometimes you want to do stuff and you can't. You know, how many times have you been in a situation where your friends are like, should we go here? Should we go there? We might do a weekend trip away. You come in and you're like, for God's sake, man. Literally, I haven't got any money this week. I don't get paid until next Tuesday or something. You know what I mean? Like, they are the struggles. And, you know, doesn't matter if it's just a trip away. It could literally be, like, as simple as, do you want to go out to eat? You know, how many times have you done that? Yeah, we go in Nando's, you know what I mean? Are you coming for a scran? I can't. Literally got no money. It's basic stuff about general living, and it's all about budgeting. And that's what I was saying at the start, you know, with the 60-20-20, it's a good guide to follow if you've never done it before. It literally helps with everything. And I was saying from my perspective, when I was younger, when I first started work, you know, my parents, instead of taking rent, took that portion and invested it into, obviously, saving so I can get a mortgage for myself. And I think that's a great way. If any parents are, you know, getting to a position where their kids are going to start earning and you don't need the money, you know, like physically don't need it, you're not on your ass, reinvest it in them, keep it, put it into their mortgage so that they can get a house themselves, because climate is so hard, honestly. To get a house nowadays in the UK anyway, it is literally so hard. So it's a good way of starting it without even kind of trying, you know what I mean? Like, so that's good. And he's there budgeting, and I was saying he could do things. He's always at the comic book store. He's kind of always helping out. Why can't he be a part-time nanny? Why can't he have an hour here and there? Like I said, 1 hour at $15 a day over a month would give you $300. Times that by a year, you've made $3,600, mate. You know what I mean? All you've done is 1 hour a day. You might not think that's a lot, but that's how you got to look at it sometimes. You know, I try to explain to people, like, in certain situations, that like something can seem so small. Mate, I am not doing that job for $15 an hour. It's not enough. You know, it's like, yeah, but instead of thinking about that 1 hour, think about that month. Think about after 3 months, you've made $1,000 nearly. Do you know what I mean? Like, think of it in the larger scale. Small time, no effort, little bit of money. However, over time, no effort, still a lot of money, and that's the way you do it. You know what I mean? So again, that's another kind of giving out life lessons here, but like literally don't look at things sometimes in the first step. It's like if you're losing weight, you lose £1 a week, that's not enough. I'm stopping this diet. Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the year, mate, you would have lost 52 pounds. It's 52 weeks. You know what I mean? Like, what's that? It's like 4 stone. It's crazy. So look at things in the end and not right in front of you sometimes. That's the way it is. Slow and steady, as they say, does win the race. And if he is being continuous and working, look at the back pay there. And after 1-2 months of helping out with the baby, he's made pure dough. You know what I'm saying? So I like continuous storylines, and I would honestly love to see this carry on and see how he adjusts his lifestyle. And instead of just paying for everything, maybe we can see him now budgeting and buying stuff, more reality. You know what I mean? And that would be good as well. Thanks for checking out today's episode. If you did enjoy it, please smash like, it really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.